What's shaking, everybody? John Ramdeen with you here in our downtown studios, and this is Fight News Now Extra. Robin Black will join me to discuss some of the sport's biggest stories. Making news today, the UFC president confirms a date for the Unified Featherweight Championship. A former UFC champion wants a rematch, and Invicta has a show scheduled for September. After confirming the news with UFC President Dana White, Yahoo Sports is reporting that UFC featherweight boss Jose Aldo will collide with interim champion Conor McGregor on December 12th at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. The bout will serve as the main event of UFC 194. The Irish fighter is coming off an impressive performance over Chad Mendes last month in Las Vegas, where he captured the interim strap. Aldo last saw a battle this past October, where he earned a unanimous decision victory over Team Alpha Male's Mendes. Former UFC light heavyweight champion Mauricio Shogun Rua is campaigning for another bout with former 205-pound titleist Quinton Jackson. Rampage has stated that the Brazilian owes him a rematch stemming from their time in Pride, and the Grand Prix winner says he is more than happy to oblige. Shogun is coming off a unanimous decision win over Rogerio Nogueira at UFC 190, while the American was successful in his return to the promotion after dispatching Fabio Maldonado in Montreal this past April. And finally, all-female MMA promotion Invicta will hold their 14th event on September 12th in Kansas City, Missouri. The main event will pit newly crowned 135-pound champion Tanya Evinger against undefeated Swedish fighter Pani Kianzad, who was successful in her Invicta debut. Joined by my main man, Robin Black. Saskatoon happening soon. UFC Fight Night. One of the most talented fighters, in my opinion, Max Holloway. 145 pounds, going to be taking on Charles Oliveira. It's a great matchup. A little bit of a shake-up in the card. It was supposed to be Eric Silva taking on Rick Story. Rick Story out of action. Now it's going to be Neil Magny. And you know what? I'm not saying I was a Neil Magny hater before, but the fact is that this guy gets right back on the horse after being dismantled by Damian Maia. Gotta love him. Wants to stay active, constantly trying to improve. And the way you do that, from a lot of fighters' accounts, get inside of the cage, get into the fire, and get those reps. Get the experience under your belt. Got to respect a guy like Neil Magny.
For sure. And I think last year was a 5-fight year for him.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy likes to fight. You get paid. You want to fight one time a year? Here's one time a year worth of money. Here's 5 times a year worth of money. These guys don't get paid a ton to begin with. So sometimes you got to triple it, quadruple it, or quintuple it. I think he won all 5 of those too. Also, every fight you get paid a little more. That's how your contract works. So not only are you getting paid more because you're fighting, but you get paid more next time and next time and next time. So good for him. Great fighter. Uses his reach really, really well. That long winning streak of his was all done from him hitting you from this distance and you not being able to hit him from this distance. And Damian Maia took that away because everybody's the same height when you put them flat on their back. And yes, there are some advantages from reach, from guard, from being on your back, guillotines, triangles, certain things. But you weren't doing that to Maia. And I don't know if you're doing that to Eric Silva. Eric Silva's got 2 goals. Get inside of that reach and drill him. Or, hey, we saw what Damian Maia did. Silva's not Damian Maia, but he's a pretty legit ground guy. Let's test that.
One of the things about Eric Silva that makes him so exciting is that he takes risks and sometimes puts himself out of position. If you're Neil Magny and your team, you're deciding to take this fight against the Brazilian on short notice. What do you think the team's seeing? Obviously, they feel they're going to be successful in this fight. There's certain holes in Eric Silva's game that Neil Magny can exploit.
I think you look at Eric Silva and you do look for those, and they'll be looking for them now this week. And it's not a lot of time, less than 2 weeks. But I think when they look at their prototype, their Neil Magny game, reach, striking from using certain things, working well in the clinch, and that clinch is great. He can come in around your back and lock up your bicep and hit you from there. He's got certain things that he does really well with those genetic advantages of reach. And they look at that thing that he's used, and it got him on that, whatever it was, 543 fight winning streak, whatever long winning streak he had. And they use that, they look at that, plug Eric Silva in and go, yeah, I think our plan A, B, and C that we normally use has a good shot against this guy.
When guys are facing Damian Maia, because we've heard Damian Maia say, you know, my goal isn't to go out and beat these guys up and hurt them. I want them, after the contest is done, I get my arm raised, they go back to the drawing board, they get to train to try to make more money. It's just a good thing. If you're at 170 pounds, like, oh, I'm fighting Damian Maia. Well, he's not going to try to hurt me. He's going to try to finesse me, and he's outposition me. Yeah, he's going to try to choke me or arm lock me, but I'm not going to come out of this fight seriously damaged. Is that an attractive thing, or is it like, okay, I know he's not going to hurt me, so I'm just going to go after him?
Yeah, black is the opposite of white, and up is the opposite of down, and Damian Maia is the opposite of Paul Harris.
Yeah.
Like literally the opposite.
How cool would that fight be?
Yeah, that would be wicked.
170 pounds?
Yeah, amazing fight. But the thing is, yes, Damian Maia has said many times it's to figure out how to beat you without hurting you, but hurting you sometimes is the tool he has to use. He'll strike on the feet to get your respect. He'll hit you on the ground, but not to hurt you. Yeah. But if his goal of hitting you on the ground, I have the mount and I would like to choke you. Therefore, I will hit you a few times, and when I do, I'll choke you. Still, inadvertently, you do get hurt. So you still are getting hurt, but I know what you mean. It's the opposite of Paul Harris. Okay, I got to be ready. This guy's trying to hurt me. Damian Maia is trying to beat me. He's trying to beat me in a contest. The thing is, man, Damian Maia fights are still going to be painful. Your joints are going to be sore. You're going to be exhausted. Your lungs are going to be screaming. And you're going to get clowned a little bit. That fight that he had with Magny was so beautiful to watch as he just kept getting Magny to chase the carrot. I'm defending, I'm in water. I'm defending, oh, I'm mounted. As he gets more and more tired. That's the beauty of jiu-jitsu.
Saskatchewan, a really great card. It's one of these cards that I think, because the UFC has so many products going on right now, it's one of the cards that's kind of flying under the radar. And I know we're from Canada, so there's a lot of Canadian fighters on the card, but these are fighters that really have impacted the landscape of Canadian mixed martial arts. You know, you look at kickboxing, you have Shane Campbell on the card, former WEC champion, Yves Jabouin on the card, the Ultimate Fighter winner, Chad Laprise on the card, who is emerging as one of the top guys in Canada, Misha Serkinov making his debut. What should fans in Saskatchewan expect from this fight card? Because I know a lot of people are saying, well, that's not the name value. And we can't forget about Sam Stout, one of the Canadian pioneers also on the card.
Pat Cote
also on the card. What can fans expect if they're like, oh, I just don't know, should I pay for tickets to go to this event?
Yeah, you got to go. If you're anywhere within driving distance of Saskatoon, the only thing the UFC does better than putting on shows is putting on first shows, and Calgary notwithstanding. But there will be a sense of excitement. The whole town, and Saskatoon is a beautiful city, the whole city is going to be UFC crazy all week long. The fight night will be exciting. It's a great show full of action fighters and fighters that people who are fans in Canada know. But it's more than that. The whole week long, they create a real excitement so that after they're gone, people remember the UFC and go, oh yeah, that's right, I'm a UFC guy.
And on top of that, you're going to remember the fight between Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira. It's going to be a sensational tilt. That is it for us. Don't go anywhere. More FNE is still coming at you.